Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm John. If this is your first time here, I'm the head of Fanbyte Media. I run a Tuesday morning stream where I just hang out, talk about, I don't know, talk about food, talk about morning stuff. Yes, go Robo Luca. Try to ignore what's going on the bottom right. It's just a basketball game. I'm simming while and because it's not over yet. It's almost over, but it's not over yet. And I need it to be over before I switch over to Super Mario Odyssey. But that's okay because we got some other stuff to talk about. Um, I am traveling to Los Angeles, California tomorrow. It's my first time back in LA since I left. I left in October of 2020. I think we left officially on October 24th, and I have not been back to LA. So it'll be good to go back. Um, yeah. Let's talk about travel anxiety because I definitely have it. Let me switch over to this screen because we need to talk about anxiety symptoms. I was looking up things I can do to kind of, stop myself from feeling so panicky because I'm flying. I don't like to fly. And I had an anxiety dream last night. My anxiety dream was me. Here, I'll switch over to this because we're not there yet. My anxiety dream was me um being late for a stand-up comedy thing. I've never done stand-up before. Kind of have wanted to, so that's not like the most, that's not the most far off thing. The one time I almost did, I chickened out and didn't do it. This was a few years ago in LA. I think it was back in 2016. You find that benzos are good at reducing anxiety. I'm sure that's true. Um, so my anxiety dream was I was late for a stand up comedy show. It was my first stand up comedy show, and I had a bunch of stuff on my lap, and I kept dropping it, which is a real thing that happens to me all the time. Is I'll overload myself with stuff on my lap and I'll drop it, in my wheelchair. Um, and I was also finding the wrong entrance to every place. So I was finding entrances that had stairs and not ramps, and I was getting super anxious about it. And then I finally got to the stage. Um, Camera's doing something weird. There we go. I finally got to stage, and there was a huge table, an enormous table, and it was basically cutting off my chest. So to the audience, it just looked like a disembodied head doing stand up. Now, was the stand up good? I don't know. It was okay. Do I remember the jokes? Not really. I think I made fun of the fact that it looked like it was my disembodied head. I think I made some very specific references to the things that I had just been doing, which was totally lost to the audience. I didn't. I think my dream is pushing me to attend an open mic night. See, here's the thing, Ganja Horn, and this is really hypocritical because I've wanted to kind of do that in the past and go up and do stand up, but I have the most visceral reaction to seeing someone bomb at a comedy show that an open mic night is basically a non-starter for me. Like I will the one open mic night I went to with the intention of getting up there and actually doing comedy, a guy bombed so bad that I basically chickened out. And it was weird because like in my head I'm like, well, comparatively I'm going to do better than this guy. Um I don't feel super bad about making fun of this guy because he was also telling like really bad like edge lord jokes. So he bombed and he was super self conscious about it, but was also super edgy. So he just seemed like a dickhead. But like I was like, by comparison, I know I'm gonna be better than this guy. But I just couldn't do it. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Anyway, so I had an anxiety dream. I don't have that many. Yeah, I don't have that many. Um, I don't have that many. Like, I meant to actually switch this over. I'm in that weird editing mode where if I move one screen, it doesn't actually translate to what's live. So I meant to show you all my head this entire time. Um, yeah, so I don't have anxiety dreams that often. So I'm like, wow, okay, well, that must mean I'm really anxious. Now, what do I have to be anxious about? Well, we have 4 days of pretty interesting stuff that we're doing for the site. So we're covering the Game Awards, which we voted in. Definitely am having some feelings about the Game Awards generally, kind of as it pertains to, okay, what does the future class really mean? Because there are an awful lot of people on it who are already super successful. So that's kind of meaningless. I'm a little disenfranchised with the whole. We felt a little maybe unrepresented in what the final nominations were. Now, yes, we may have been the only outlet that voted for a couple things, but if that's also true, then that's just kind of sad. There's also Jeff's pretty bad response to the criticisms about the Activision Blizzard stuff. So we're excited to be streaming some stuff on Thursday night for the Game Awards, but maybe a little bit less excited about the awards overall. We're trying some stuff on Saturday and Sunday that we've never really done before, for some kind of midday streams with some guests. So coordinating that has been kind of difficult. There's the Omicron variant, which I'm not that worried about in the sense that, like, knock on wood, I'm triple vaccinated. I mask up in public. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get it, and if I get it, it probably won't be that bad. But in the sense of, wow, there's just this kind of overarching anxiety about who's joined the call. Hi. Your clicking was so loud. I was like, that's not me doing it. It's okay. I was just like, I had this moment where I was like, I'm not clicking. Am I clicking? Oh, we can't hear whoever it is according to. Can you say something again? Interesting. Okay. Now, folks, now, no one's playing the. It's not coming through to my desktop audio. Why is that happening? Okay, so your Discord audio is coming through. No. I mean, this is a good problem to figure out right now. The only problem is that I believe I'm going to have to restart my Streamlabs, which is not as fun. Why is that happening? Oh, hold on. Okay, can you say something now? Still not working. All my friends are in Discord. It's fine. You can't hear them here, but they're all off screen having a really good time. They're laughing at my good jokes. Why is this happening? All right, let's do another test.
We could try jumping out of Discord and re-entering. Oh, that would help.
Okay, so the desktop audio is so I think it's actually Discord. I'm gonna totally get off of Discord. Yeah,
Okay.
they can hear the game, so it's not my Discord audio that's busted. It's I mean it's not my OBS, and I don't think it's my desktop. I think it's Discord. So I'm gonna pop out of that and then I'll come back. Everybody, that was Steven Strom. Oh, Steven is audible. Fuck. Hi. See, but now you're not, I don't think. Can you still hear them? Steven is no longer audible.
Why?
Okay, now you are audible.
Okay.
Okay, why is it connected to OB? I don't get that. All right, here. Let me get off of that. Okay. Okay, now this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay. How are you, Steven?
I'm good. I just got crawled out of bed.
You just got crawled out of bed.
Yep. Somebody crawled me out of bed. It was done to me. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna make this my whole day. It's my revenge.
I was telling everyone about my anxiety dream I had last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it COVID?
I was late for what?
Was it COVID related?
No, I don't think so. It was travel related, I think, but also just anxiety about work, I think, because it was a stand-up I was late for a stand-up comedy gig I was doing, and I kept dropping things and showing up at the wrong place, and then when I got actually up to the stage, there was a table so large in front of the microphone that it just looked like my disembodied head was doing comedy. So it was just like oh, Steven is loud. Okay, I can do something about that.
Beautiful. Sort of a Pee-wee's Playhouse kind of thing happening for you in your anxiety dream.
Yeah, how's that, folks? How is Steven now? I think Steven should be better now. Yeah,
I am
like a real Pee Wee Herman situation. Yeah. Steven's still loud. Okay.
Yeah, it might take a second for just FYI people.
Yeah, but I think I can do this. Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, there we go. Now I think it should be good.
I'm just also like actually 25 feet tall, and so everything I say comes out a little bit louder.
Yeah, it's
kind
of like a Jack and the Beanstalk situation. Yeah.
Yeah. You missed it earlier, chat, but like I do on every stream, I announced my presence by going fee fi fo fum.
Yeah, the mics didn't pick that one up, unfortunately, because we had that issue.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's so weird.
Kind of lost the time.
So I looked up how to alleviate anxiety, and on this website called Healthline, because it was the first thing that showed up in SEO. And this anxiety symptoms thing is really funny. So like trouble sleeping and insomnia, yep. Decreased concentration, trouble focusing, that's kind of always a problem for me. Agitation, sure. Yep, I'm a very agitated person. Nausea or diarrhea. Now I do have IBS, but I would also like to point out that like it is difficult for me to tell when it's an IBS flare up versus just your typical anxious poo poo. So yeah, I have that issue. I don't have chest pain or anything like that, so that's good. I don't think I've ever really had a panic attack. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm wow, hold on. Pre-travel anxiety most often stems from the what if aspect of traveling. While no one can plan for every possible worst case scenario, it's possible to have a battle plan for some of the more common ones, such as what if I run out of money? It's like I can always contact a relative or friend. I can bring credit card for emergencies. Wait a second. Sorry. I don't. This one's really funny. As if I don't already put everything I do on a credit card because I'm always like, I can pay for this later. Um, I can always contact a relative or friend. A lot of fucking
A
assumptions
lot
about
of
my family and friends kind of situation.
yeah.
What if I get lost? I can keep a paper map. What? What if I get sick when I'm on the trip? Now that's one. That's definitely one. I can purchase travel health insurance before I leave. Guess what? It's too late for that. I'm leaving tomorrow. Anyway,
Also doesn't
um,
help. Again, all of this is just like problems are solved by money in the United States
I
of
know.
America.
Yeah, it's like you pretty much the first one you need to worry about is will I run out of money?
Yeah. And
Which I think
because
is just a general anxiety for our times. I feel like,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe this was written in 1982 and they just haven't updated it.
Yeah, they haven't updated it. Yeah, so I don't know. Some people suggested benzos. It's probably too late for that. I don't have any benzos. Um, not a high medication house. We don't have a lot of medication in the house.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I got the kind of the one thing, and that's not even really medicine.
I have prescription migraine meds that I've never taken because once I quit caffeine, I just didn't get any. I just didn't. I don't get migraines anymore. But the migraine medicine that they gave me, um, like knocks you out cold. So
I
I'm
was gonna
like,
say it's a powerful narcotic, isn't it?
pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much just a okay. So this one might be better. Okay, it's called Center for Anxiety Disorders.com. Okay. How to help your travel anxiety. Plan for your anxiety. Plan for your anxiety.
You win.
Plan for your anxiety. Thank you to Ace Boogie Wave for the follow. I appreciate it. Plan for your anxiety. Fuck you.
What website is this, John?
This is Center for Anxiety Disorders.com. If you're scared of flying, which does apply to me, travel with a companion who's an experienced flyer. Okay. I'll just point everyone back to the one time that I flew with a 30-year flight attendant from here to Hong Kong, and halfway, about 30 minutes into the flight, we were struck by lightning, and the look on this man's face was not one that was comforting to me. So I don't know if traveling with a companion as an experienced flyer is really that good. Avoid alcohol? Come on. I mean, like, I do mostly avoid alcohol, but this is literally how most people cope with travel anxiety. Um,
This website does not seem on the
it
up and
doesn't
up.
seem on the up and up. I agree. Consider okay. Consider booking a seat towards the front of the plane and along the aisle, so you don't feel hemmed in or like you're in a tunnel. Now, I'm going to read between the lines here and say that less people die at the front of the plane along the aisle. I'm just going to go ahead and say that if there's a crash. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But this seems like that's what this is saying
Well,
without actually saying it.
also if you're talking about the front of the plane, you're talking about like first and business class, which
Right.
again
This
is
is
just throw
expensive.
money at the problem.
Uh-huh. Yeah, seats toward the front may cost more, but the additional expense can be worth it for more leg room, making it easier to relax. Thank you so much.
It was written by Delta Airlines.
Yeah. It was written by Jim United and Sarah American. It's weird. Yeah, be richer. I mean, really, every article I've seen is essentially like you should just have more money. Money does. I fucking hate what pop culture and bad writers have done for us, selling us that money doesn't solve problems. It solves
yeah.
like 95% of problems.
It was last night on Merit Souls. Imran was saying that he had seen a image online or whatever, that like meme of something sometimes things only take one missing piece, and it's like the man holding a little puzzle piece above a puzzle that
Uh-huh.
he's about to complete, and then the puzzle pieces, the words $1 billion written on it.
That's incredible. Uh, all right. Well, this didn't help me at all. All I've heard is benzos, of which I have none. So
And you can't just get those.
I can't. I could go to a doctor, but I don't think I could get one today. Um, but I
Electric
am going to
says that.
LA tomorrow, and yeah. Let's see. I'm
You
going
can see
on
me there.
what? Say what?
You can see me there.
I'm gonna see Steven there. I'm very excited about that. On Friday morning, my wife, who is going to go with me on the trip, she is now. See, now I'm very scared because I think I've just figured out that this won't be possible. But hold on one second. We are going to go on Friday morning to Los Feliz, which is very far away from where our Oh boy, they stopped doing breakfast, huh?
Oh.
Oh boy. All right, they open at 9 a.m. I see. I'm not gonna make that. We're not gonna make this work. Oh my God, Steven. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. This is the worst case scenario.
No breakfast.
No breakfast. They only do brunch on weekends now.
Only on weekends. We're not even going to be there.
Well, weekend we will be there, but we won't have time for this because I got to go to the fucking studio for 11
Yeah.
o'clock.
That's what I mean.
Unbelievable. Well, my wife's gonna be able to do this because she can just go by herself. Fuck me running. See, this is the thing. There's a place called Little Dom's, and it's got the best ricotta fresh blueberry pancakes in the world. And I know that sounds like fairly not pedestrian, but it's simple, right? I'm just telling you, it's the best thing. It's one of the best things in the world. And I'm not gonna be able to fucking go. Well,
we'll find some other
what
places.
A terrible day.
It's okay, John.
What a fucking terrible day.
What if we made our own ricotta and blueberry pancakes?
I've tried. They're not good.
They're not good. What if we ask them how they do it, and then we find the
secret? How do y'all do this exactly, step by step? No, I'm not gonna do this myself. I'm still gonna come here.
Can I actually just watch you? Can I
come back to the back? I'll give you $50.
Yeah, slip him a 50.
God damn it! I can't believe this is happening. I'm really glad I checked.
Maybe it will change again by the time we get there. Maybe this is out of date.
Interesting. Due to limited seating, we greatly appreciate you respecting our 1.5 hour maximum time allotment per table. That's fine. I mow through those pancakes in about 2 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, you're right. Rhymesys, with $1 billion, I could just get them to do breakfast and with me. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
That's I forgot to plan, though. That's the problem. Well, fuck me running.
Plan for your pancakes.
Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna learn how to make good chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies are
I made bad
good.
chocolate chip cookies yesterday, Steven, and I'm upset about it.
One. It's life changing. We pretty much bought all the chocolate chips.
Now you're gonna learn
in
how
New
to do
York
it better.
City. We baked,
I guess.
We tested. We
Well,
ate, and
yeah,
now
you
we
will.
have the ultimate.
You'll do it better next time.
Here's the
what
thing.
was wrong with the previous batch?
Well, because
we're gonna ball out with a few
here,
extra flavors.
I'll show you what
really
a picture. I'll show you what a picture of a good chocolate chip cookie looks like.
Sure, I'm looking on Twitch.
Chocolate chip cookie. Okay, let me see. Here is. Okay, this is BA's best. I don't know if the recipe is good, but you see that? Do you see that photo? It's beautiful. Yeah. It is not a thick cookie. It's kind of thin, but you can tell that it's chewy.
Yes.
You can tell the edges are crisp, but the middle is chewy.
There's a wrinkle to the edge of a cookie that is chewy that you kind of know to recognize.
Correct. Now here's what mine look like.
Okay.
I'm gonna go wide.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that full page ad. Holy shit. Thanks, BA. Good job. Christ alive.
Health insurance that pays you. It's not how insurance works.
Oh wow, did they? Oh shit, did BA change their thing to subscription only? When did that happen? All right, let me transition here.
Or
Okay.
maybe certain items.
Here's what mine looked like. Look at the thickness of this cookie.
Okay, that's a biscuit.
I know, right? And then look at like the top. It doesn't have that browning.
It doesn't have the browning.
It doesn't have the browning.
It's got the school cafeteria cookie kind of vibe
right.
to it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, like, I'm honestly pretty good at cooking. I'm honestly pretty good, but like, I can't make a good cookie to save my life. Now, does the dough taste great? Yes.
Okay.
Does the cookie taste pretty good? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It tastes pretty good. And that's the inside.
Now that you've broken it apart, it looks better.
It looks fine. But it's not like I can go right now to the Whole Foods where they have a bakery. They have a cookie. They just released it. It's a chocolate chunk pretzel crisp butterscotch cookie, but it's basically got a chocolate chip cookie base, right? And it's chewy, but it's thin, and it's delicate. And I fucked these up. And I don't like I mean, it could be recipe. My wife thinks it's recipe. Did I chill the dough? No, but the recipe told me I didn't need to. Now, when I got frustrated with the first batch, I wrapped that shit up and I put it in the fridge, and it's been sitting there for about 12 hours.
Oh, so you're going to try again.
So I'm going to try again. The butter was softened. I didn't melt it. I've used recipes where you melt the butter. They're fine. But I still have never made a cookie, frankly, that doesn't look like this.
Huh.
Yeah. So Nooking Way, that's the thing. Chilling the dough actually makes it tall like that. But these were basically straight from the bowl. It was 74 degrees in my kitchen, so it was not super cold. Anyway, I'm going to take a bite. I'm going to move my microphone away. I mean, fuck. It tastes pretty good.
Okay, well, that's all that matters.
No, it's not all that matters, in my opinion.
Well, what's the texture like?
It's not delicate in the mouth. Okay. Now, Eli. Now you're getting somewhere. I wonder... Oh, so Mysterious Robot, too. I think it is too much flour. This recipe I used called for 3 cups of flour to 8 ounces of butter ratio, which I think is fucking crazy. I think it should be about 2 cups. But I like to try different recipes to see where it is. But the problem is that almost all my recipes end up with something like this. Yeah, it seems like a ton. Yeah. I wonder if there are issues with oven temperature. Yes. This recipe called for a 375 oven temperature. I tend to bake cookies at 350 or 325. Still, most of my cookies always look like this. Well, they don't have that crispiness around the edges, but the softness in the middle. If it gets crispy around the edges in my oven, it means that the middle is fucking dry. No, I've not checked out that Serious Eats article. Let me look it up. Serious Eats chocolate chip cookies. The Food Labs chocolate chip cookies recipe. Damn, these look good. Is that salt? Okay, so chopping the chocolate by hand. Yes, that is something that I usually skip because I'm like, I just have a bag of chocolate chips. I can just dump this in there. You know what I mean? Oh wait,
is that really gonna make all that much difference?
I'm not on the thing. Yeah, because it can create kind of strips of meltiness, which kind of bleed into the cookie instead of these like chunks, like these like
Oh.
singular. Like can everyone see me do this? Yeah. Browning the butter, I've tried that. They do taste really good when you brown the butter.
Okay.
So I don't think I'll not do that again because I do like browning butter. Tearing the part. Oh, interesting. Tearing apart and recombining the dough makes a rougher surface for craggier cookies. Now that's interesting.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I understood that.
That makes sense. Claire Staffitz has a video on chocolate chip cookies. Shit. Okay, all right. We're okay. I'm sorry that I'm like this, but we're gonna watch a couple videos. We're gonna watch
Sugar,
this one, and I'm gonna
flour,
find Claire
fat,
Staffitz's.
eggs, and chocolate.
Is this Babs
And on
Bunny?
our quest to find
This
the
is
best,
Babs Bunny,
we have to
yeah.
test out what all of these ingredients do to a cookie and how we can use their best properties to
I'm
come up with
leaned
the ultimate
back
recipe.
in my chair pretty deep right now,
Let's talk
so
sugar.
I don't see
So we've
the
got white
monitor.
sugar,
I can't. It's hard to
light brown
read
sugar, and dark
the
brown sugar. Really, the
the
only
YouTube
difference is the
description
addition
as
of
well.
Oh, I got you.
molasses.
No, it's
Light brown
it's just
sugar
how to
has a
make
bit
the
of
best chocolate
molasses,
chip
and dark
cookies. I meant to
brown has a
maximize
bit
that
more
anyway.
molasses in it. For this test, we wanted to see what just using one sugar in each dough would do to a cookie.
Yeah, but white
All
sugar,
white
that's not
sugar
that's a
spread
fucking
the
sugar
most,
cookie.
Didn't have a ton of flavor.
No.
Light brown sugar was a little bit chewier, spread a little bit less, and the dark brown sugar was really overpowering in its flavor and spread the least. And visually, you can see a big difference too. And what we found was you really can't get that classic flavor just using one. Next thing we had to tackle is flour.
Lacking
So
flavor,
we've got
chewier
all-purpose,
texture, not spread.
bread flour, and cake flour.
Oh, see,
Did
I
you
bet
use
they're
light
gonna
brown?
fuck.
Here
I
is
bet
the
they're
amount of
gonna
protein
fucking
and therefore
use
gluten in
different
these
flours, which is
Just think about it
annoying
like
as
this.
shit. But
Bread's
maybe
like
it's
really
worth
nice and
it.
chewy, has a great texture, great structure, having that gluten and protein.
Oh god, that bread
Whereas
looks
cake,
good.
you think
Fuck.
of it as tender.
Oh,
it's light,
yeah, look
it's
at the way
airy,
that
it's gonna have
jiggles.
less of those things. What it really comes down to is taste and texture. All-purpose gave you, standard cookie. The bread flour led to a
Taste and
significantly
texture.
chewier cookie. The cake flour was the one
So I
that
can't hear
really
anything
spread
he's
the
saying
most.
right now.
It was pretty delicate.
Oh, you can't hear
And then
them.
similar to sugar,
Here, let me give you a good stream. Let me give you that good stream.
Take me to the stream.
Take me to the stream. All right.
we decided
should be
that
able
in
to
order
hear
to
it
get
now.
the best result, you got to
I
use a
can.
combination of two. So on to fat. We wanted to see the difference between softened butter
Softened,
and melted butter.
melted.
And then we wanted to see what would happen if we switched it out
And then
Oh,
just like a
coconut
big
oil?
fucking
I don't know
chunk
about
of
Between
that.
softened butter and melted butter, visually they look pretty similar. The melted butter spread a little bit more. And then taste, we didn't notice a huge difference either. Tested with coconut oil and it worked. It was a cookie, but it lost like that great oomph, that butter brings to all baked goods. And so in the end,
Yeah.
we definitely prefer using
Oh,
butter.
the coconut oil, oil
Eggs
tastes
is
like
pretty simple
coconut
in this
oil.
one.
Yeah.
Just an egg and an egg yolk contributes to more of like a fudgier, richer cookie. Obviously, we're making chocolate chip cookies. We have to have chocolate chips, but we're also going to add a little bit of something extra with some chunks
Chopped
of dark
chocolate.
chocolate.
Sure,
Cut
sure,
it with a
sure, sure.
serrated knife into little chunks and add that to your dough. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
I've got
'cause you
some.
have,
I've
like,
got
a
some bittersweet
variance of
baking chocolate. I
flavors
can
and
chop that up
textures
and put
throughout.
them in a recipe.
It's
That's
really
fine.
just a few fundamental
Okay.
ingredients and learning how to master their properties.
you
in
don't
order to
like
get
doing
the best
that?
result.
To
Finally-
me, here's the thing. I'm lazy.
I get what that's like.
I get lazy. If I open the pantry and I see a bar of baking chocolate next to a bag of chocolate chips, and I know
Yeah.
I can just snip the top of that chocolate chip bag and pour it in, I'm gonna do that.
Right.
But I gotta stop doing that. I have to be more adventurous. I have to be
After
more
all that testing, we came up with our
disciplined.
ultimate recipe. Here we go. So we're going to start by sifting out the flour. We're going to do all-purpose and bread flour, salt, and baking soda as well. We really liked the chew factor of the bread flour with a combination of all-purpose.
Rhymes
to
it
kinda give
says,
us
John,
best of-
I have cookie dough in my fridge I keep eating off of instead of baking it because I'm also lazy. I mean, I'm contemplating it, I really am. Okay, Robot Go say, okay, what is Fanbite really? Because I think they're probably thinking, why are we watching cookie videos and not video games? Listen, I don't believe that gamers are a monolith. We all have
Yeah.
interests.
Of course. I'm looking through a book of I guess this is still game related, but tabletop RPG.
Hoisted by Roman Petard.
But
yeah.
you do this a lot.
I do this a lot. Listen, I'm going to play Mario. Live stream of Lawn Care. Yeah, I remember that. That was a great. I was honestly one of the best mornings I've had was watching you mow your lawn.
I've got a snowblower coming my way soon.
Like you ordered one?
No, my uncle at Thanksgiving revealed to me that anytime people's snowblowers break, they just like in our family, they just give them to him to fix.
Amazing.
And he fixed like 3 of them, and so now he's just giving snowblowers out to people in the family who don't have them. And I have one of those headed my way. Apparently,
that's great. That's
it is
exciting.
great.
Both
Yeah,
worlds.
I could use it honestly.
I can't wait for the snowblower stream.
So we're gonna do melted butter, but we're gonna take it one step further and brown it. All you need
We're gonna
to do
brown
to
the
make
butter.
brown
Okay,
is
sure,
throw
sure,
it all
sure,
in a
sure.
saucepan and get it to a boil. After a few minutes of boiling, the milk solids in the butter are gonna start to toast and turn a really gorgeous brown nutty color. Keep stirring it to make sure that the butter is browning evenly, and once you can see the really dark brown bits on the bottom, you're gonna pour it off, ideally into a liquid measuring cup. This is going to do 2 things. One, it's going to quickly cool down the butter so it stops the cooking. You don't want to burn it.
Oh, so
and then also we want to make sure that we
cool
have
down
a
the
cup
butter
of liquid
first
when
after
it's all said and
melting.
done.
Okay.
So while making the brown butter, you do end up boiling off a good amount of liquid. So we're just going to top it up with a bit of water until we reach 1 cup. So just let it chill out for a bit, come to room temperature before you proceed.
Add some water.
So we found that we really need a combination of white
Why wouldn't you
and
add
dark brown
milk?
sugar to get that really great flavor that we were after.
I would add
So
milk.
add the vanilla at this point and the espresso powder.
Yeah.
Espresso powder is one of those little
What
flavor
is the
boosters.
difference? What would
Again,
that
all
what would
about
that
those
provide?
Because
Interesting notes.
there's fat in
Fat.
there's fat in the milk. There's not fat in water. So if you need a cup of fat, then why would you add water? Might mess with the chemistry, says Panthera or Anka. Maybe.
To cut it too, like that's a lot of fat. There's 2 different kinds of fat, I assume.
Oh, you're not cooking off fat. You're cooking off water. I think that's literally what she just said, but I missed it.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, y'all are smart. Okay, all right, y'all are smart. Have they used lard? Ooh, lard in a cookie recipe would be interesting. There's like I don't think I use lard for sweet recipes. I mean, even a pie crust isn't that sweet, you know?
no, it's not.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think lard might add a funkiness to the cookie that I'm not sure I would like.
Notes that really work well with anything really sweet. And then you're going to add in that liquid gold. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
so
beef
nice.
tallow fries.
And cream
Yeah,
those
that's
together.
That's
This is another reason why we
I've
want
had
the butter
duck
to be a
fat
little bit on the
fries
cooler
before. That
side and
shit's good.
incorporates really, really nicely with the sugar. When we were testing, if you add the brown butter when it's too hot, it can make the dough a little bit greasy.
Yeah. that
Then
makes
in
sense.
go the egg and the egg yolk. Ugh, and the smell that comes off this thing, oh my god. It's pretty much like the best smell you can get from cooking. And then go the
Yeah,
flour.
that is true.
We like to do it in about thirds or so. just so
chocolate
you
chip
don't
cookie
have
dough
flour going all
early
over your
smells
kitchen.
very
And just
good.
beat it until you don't see a ton of extra flour. It doesn't need to
I've
be
not
totally incorporated.
baked
A little bit of flour that's not incorporated
cookies
is
from
actually
scratch
good.
in many
You'll
many
finish
years. My
incorporating the rest of the flour
grandmother
when
on
you
my
fold in the
mother's
chocolate.
side was very
The
very
nice thing
big
about using
into
these
that.
chunks is that you get
Yeah.
some small shards of chocolate that kind of get everywhere. Mixed
So it would
with
have
the
been
chopped
probably
up chocolate
about the last
chunks, and it's
time
just
I
kind of
did
like,
it would have probably been
so
early
good.
high school.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's your dough. Try not to eat it all when it's raw. All right, so if you're an A
That
plus
dough
student,
does look good though.
you can
that
go
dough
ahead and put
looks
these in the
pretty
fridge to chill overnight. You'll get the best flavor that way. But if you have no self-restraint like me,
Serve
you
that
can
at
bake
the
them
ice
off
cream
right now.
store. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone.
The nice thing about this dough is it has so much flavor that we've built into it that they're still going to be really, really good if you bake them right away. If you are going to be amazing and put them in the fridge overnight, we do recommend scooping them first and putting them on a baking sheet.
Yeah,
then
no
putting them in the
shit.
fridge. It's
I've
just so
tried to
much easier than
scoop
trying to scoop
like
a really
fridge
hard
dough
from the
in a
fridge.
one block,
Cookies
and
are
I
kind
just
of the
fucking gave up.
equalizer
I
of
think.
all baked goods,
'Cause I was
you
like,
know,
well,
there's so
I've made a
much
huge
fancy
mistake.
stuff out there.
Yeah, you
but
have to scoop it before
honestly,
you
is there
chill
anything
it.
better than a perfect chocolate chip cookie? Just look at that. You've got these pockets of chocolate from using those big chocolate chunks. It's got all the cracks and crinkles that you want in a chocolate chip cookie. The center's
Cracks
ooey
and crinkles,
gooey.
they're talking
The
about the good
outside is
stuff.
crunchy.
Mhm.
It's just got kind of like all the flavor and texture that you could possibly pack into one little cookie, and you'll never.
Now
go
this
back
is
to the
definitely the
recipe again.
texture that you want.
That's
There's a
definitely
list
the
of, like, top
texture I
five-
want. All right, let's see. Claire Saffit's chocolate chip cookies. All right, let's do this. Claire Saffitz Mace chocolate chip cookies. Okay, I guess this is it.
I know. I gotta get it together because this is a real important episode. We're making chocolate chip cookies. Possibly the greatest dessert of all time. Hey everyone, I'm Claire. Welcome to my home kitchen. Today I am making chocolate chip cookies. I don't know why it took this long to get to this recipe, but I really felt like as the steward of everyone's most beloved baked good, I had a lot of work to do, and I'm very proud.
She
of my
scooped
chocolate
them.
chip
I don't know if she
cookies.
baked them right. Those look good.
No mixer required.
Look at the way they crumble. Not even
No
crumble.
mixer required. Okay, well, hold on. Heavy cream? What? Unsalted butter, heavy cream, all-purpose flour, kosher salt, eggs, baking soda, dark brown sugar, granulated sugar, vanilla extract, bittersweet chocolate discs, milk chocolate discs.
I really
her breaking
wanted
that cookie
with
was
a crispy edge,
was
a
borderline
chewy
pornographic,
blue
to be
center,
honest.
and the right
Maybe that's the
balance
cream.
between the butterscotchy flavors from vanilla and brown sugar and all the chocolate mix in. It's a very easy recipe, but it has some very specific points within the process that's not like they're fussy, but it's just like I'm very particular about little tiny tweaks to get what for me is the ideal chocolate chip cookie. So that means things like using two different kinds of chocolate. I like to fold in milk chocolate and dark chocolate, chopping some of the chocolate so you get big pieces and then like little smaller bits folded in, and very importantly, browning the butter.
So why is yours the best though?
Good question, Cal. Mine is the best because I think it has the right balance of chocolate to dough. I like the mix of milk and dark chocolates because for me, too much dark chocolate is too intense and I don't enjoy it.
See,
and
but here's okay. All right, but here's my problem. If you get a bite of milk and dark chocolate together, isn't that just semi-sweet? Like when you I mean, I get it. I get why, but it's like I don't want milk chocolate taste in my cookies. I want a little bit of a darker taste. So I'm kind of like semi-sweet chocolate exists. It's like she's like, you have to be fussy. I'm like, we invented a thing that is a mix of milk and dark chocolate.
Is it the same? I don't know if those two types of chocolate mixed together
Create
in one
a semi-sweet flavor.
I think there's
Could
like
be something different.
I think there's something else going on there.
All
There's
right.
an interplay going on
I'm willing to accept that.
Best texture, the crispy.
But what do I know? You know so much more about it.
No, I didn't know earlier
much
that you were
flavor from butter.
boiling water out of the of the butter, not
But there's
fat.
lots of those
So I'm
little
an
moments
idiot.
throughout the recipe
Everyone
that
on the
all
chat
add up
knew
to
that.
make, for me, what is a superlative.
I know
Water
nothing.
and milk, no?
I know nothing, Jon Snow.
You're bringing
Remember
it back.
that?
No special equipment, no mixer. It was important to me that this recipe
I've been
be makeable by hand
re-downloading
for pretty much
BattleTech
anyone.
mods, and that is a thing that is said in one of the biggest threads about like how to choose the right mod suite for you.
What?
And it has been for months and months or years probably at this point that somebody says, but every time I recheck that thread, it's in there and it makes me laugh every time.
That's amazing. That's really funny.
I'm just gonna use a bowl, a whisk, a spatula, and then I need a saucepan.
Now,
for making
okay.
brown butter.
Now, also, I do want to point out that she right here has a jar that says homemade vanilla extract. And I'm not doing that. It's not that hard. I think you basically just get vodka and vanilla pods and like steep them for a long time.
And then I need
But
a
it's still
saucepan for making
it's
the
still
brown butter,
very funny
a couple
that
sheet trays for
she's
baking, and if
I
you
don't know.
have one,
This is her whole life, though,
This
right?
is her whole life,
You
that's
can
true.
use a quarter cup measure. Ingredients. Pretty
Is it
straightforward.
whiskey?
I have butter.
Yeah, I guess it
2
is a
large
darker.
eggs, a little baking soda, 2
Is
tablespoons
it
heavy
whiskey?
cream.
Would
you
you
could
use
also
whiskey
use
for
milk, kosher
homemade
salt,
vanilla?
vanilla extract, granulated sugar, dark brown sugar, all-purpose flour, and then milk
She'll
chocolate
probably tell
and
us.
dark chocolate
Maybe.
baking discs. So this milk chocolate is, I think, like a 40 to 45%, something like that, which
Brandy
is
is
actually
what she
relatively
uses.
dark
Okay.
milk. And then this
Fair
is
enough.
a semi-sweet chocolate, I think it's 64%. I couldn't find milk chocolate baking discs, so I just
Oh,
got
so
a bar
that's sweet.
and I
That's
chopped them up.
semi-sweet. She's not
But I'm
using
actually
super
gonna
dark
chop it up
chocolate.
even
All
more.
right, whatever.
I'll tell you why. I have a
Do you
cake spatula, which I
prefer
use
dark chocolate? To be
because I
honest?
like
Yeah,
to scrape
I
the
used
butter
to like
mixture and
milk
stir it around
chocolate a lot,
constantly.
but as I've gotten older,
That is
it's
to prevent
just not as
any of the milk
interesting to
solids
me.
from sticking to the
No,
pot
not
and
at all.
burning. The flavors of a chocolate chip cookie are, yes, chocolate, but importantly, also this butterscotchy cookie dough. And you get that butterscotch flavor from, first and foremost, butter. The higher quality the butter, the more milk solids you'll have. So butter is an emulsion of dairy
Morning,
fat,
I'm Joe.
water, and milk
Hey,
solids.
morning.
Now, water boils at 212 Fahrenheit. The actual temperature of the butter will not exceed that temperature until all the water has been boiled off. You want to moderate your heat and keep it on the lower side because it can go from not at all brown to golden brown to burn really fast. I'm going to turn it down a little. I can still hear it boiling now, but it's boiling less. It's becoming a little quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than having big bubbles, I'm starting to see more of a
How
fine foam.
long do you
This is
usually
about
cook
to start
cookies
browning.
for?
So
Like, how
now I
long
have it
does
on
the entire
low, and I am letting
from
it go
scratch
until I
to
see a
chewing on
shade or
it?
two past
How long does that
golden
process
brown.
take?
I
It
want to get
depends
a
if you're
really
chilling the
dark,
dough overnight
but
or
not
not.
burned butter.
Oh.
But if you're
This
you're
is looking
like
good. I think
if
I'm
you
getting to
are
that point. I'm gonna turn off
determined
the
to
heat.
just put something on a baking sheet and bake it, I would say like
There's some
25,
foam in the
30
way, but now you
minutes.
can see in the pot
Okay.
these.
Not
those
like
brown
every
bits.
single
You'll
batch,
probably
not
know if you
every
burned
single
it
cookie,
because,
but
one,
like your
it's gonna
first
smell a
batch of
little
cookies
acrid,
would
and
about 30
two,
minutes.
It will look
Right.
This looks great. Now I'm going to add an ingredient you don't usually see in chocolate chip cookies or any cookie, and that is heavy cream. 2 tablespoons. It's cold. I just took it out of the fridge. I've now removed all of the water from the butter, and I actually want to add some of it back in. to help
Okay,
build
but
a
she's
little bit of
using
structure.
fat. That's
Water
what I
is what
said.
interacts with flour
Okay,
to
I'm not
create
a fucking
gluten,
idiot.
And I'm
Well,
adding eggs, so there's
I was
water,
only
there's a lot
half
of
joking
water in
earlier
the
when I
white,
said
but I
there's
basically
water
need a
in
little
milk. Like
additional
the
Yeah, there is.
water
That's true.
would
to
still
help
burn off.
That's true. I'm
create an
vindicated. She didn't even go for milk. She went for
dough.
heavy
At
fucking
this point,
cream.
Heavy
the
cream.
recipe
Which is a
follows
lot.
very straightforward cookie
Also
method,
has
which
water
is
in it, though.
working
She's so
the
smart.
Sugar into the fat, adding the eggs, and then adding the dry ingredients and chocolate. But before I do that, I want this mixture to cool down because if I were to
Get the
build
money.
the cookies starting with hot butter,
Dollar
I would not
bills,
get
y'all.
the texture that I'm going for. I would get something that was more brittle and also had
Cash
that
rules
greasy
everything
quality
around
to
me.
it. So this has to cool down.
Yeah, she didn't want it greasy. I get that. Ooh, she's gonna make an ice bath.
It's a very slow ice
Oh.
dispenser, sorry. I'm mixing in a metal bowl, which is good for an ice bath because the temperature change happens quickly and it will transfer. A glass bowl is going to take a little longer,
Yeah.
but just sit
Metal
here and
bowl
stir
good.
it because
I see.
what will happen if you leave it is you'll get like solid butter in contact with the bowl and then liquid on top, and I want everything to be homogeneous. So all you
Sure.
need is a whisk to make this. The mixture is opaque.
I have
and
so many
had
cupboards in my kitchen
some
now.
little pieces that were
Yeah.
colder, so I'm just whisking
I
it
didn't have
until
problem to
everything
have.
comes back together.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
smooth and homogeneous.
Some of them are
I
so
can
high
still
up though
whisk
that
it, but
even
it has
I
totally
could
cooled.
would need a step stool
You
to
can
like
also
get
see
to the
that now the
highest
cream
shelves.
is emulsified
Right.
in, and I have something really smooth. So to this,
Damn.
I'm
Like-
adding equal amounts of brown sugar and granulated sugar, and I'm using dark brown sugar. With brown sugar, you get chewy. With white sugar, you get something crisp. I just split the difference, and I figured use equal amounts. So it's 3/4 of a cup each. Go ahead and add them in. Whisk this in. I don't need to cream
Yeah,
it
that's
to
less
look like
sugar
fluffy
overall than
pale
what I
like
just
was
used,
making
which I
cake,
think
because I don't
will
want
be
a lot of
good.
air in the batter.
Yeah.
So, as long as your mixture is very smooth and homogeneous, that's all the mixing you
See,
need to
I
do.
disagree that
Now I'm gonna add
she's
my
like, you don't
eggs.
need a mixer for this. This looks like a pain in the ass without a mixer.
These are large eggs.
Yeah,
Whisk them in
we
one at a
only ever
time
see Claire with long sleeves, but
until
underneath
well
she's just
incorporated.
fucking jacked.
You're gonna
She's
see
fucking
a
jacked.
transformation in the texture. It's gonna take on a silkier appearance as the sugar
Yeah, I
dissolves
don't know
Keep
why I was
medium.
surprised that
additional water that you're adding from
woman
the egg white.
who made
You can see that once you've done that brown butter,
citric
the
acid
rest of it comes
sprinkle
together very
for
quickly.
Sour
Next,
Patch
I wanna
Kids
add
from
my vanilla.
scratch
So,
wouldn't be fussy
on
with
our
her homemade
vanilla
vanilla.
episode,
I don't know why
I have
that
my homemade
surprised
vanilla
me.
extract here. Please use a good quality vanilla extract. I don't think you have to spring for a whole bean, although if you wanted to splurge and add that, it would not be bad. I think that a high quality vanilla extract is really key to this recipe. don't use the imitation stuff. So whisk that in.
Yeah,
a tablespoon
it's
is
not
a
hard
lot,
to find
but
the
it's
real
such an
shit.
important addition
So
in the way
yeah,
it
find the real shit. I get
skews
that.
the whole flavor profile toward that butterscotchy ness, I guess.
You get that, but you know.
I know,
As-
not everybody
inside,
gets that.
what
I
it
mean,
makes
yeah,
it
if you go
grind.
into a place and it's
Very
like
straightforward.
$1 for vanilla
have 2
versus
cups of
something that's
all-purpose
like
flour.
$9, you might just go,
Frankly, when I'm
well,
making this at home, I just add everything to the bowl and mix.
gonna
but
use the
I'll
dollar
go
stuff. But
through
yeah, it does make a
the
difference.
somewhat
Yeah. As somebody who writes
advisable
video
but
game
also extra
guides
step of
and writes
mixing them
for
separately.
It's true.
a
Now, a
wider
teaspoon of
audience
baking
a lot
soda.
of times.
It's very true.
Baking soda is
sometimes
really
you gotta do
important to
that.
cookie making for a couple reasons. Primarily, it determines the spread of your cookies. If you were to make these without baking soda, they wouldn't spread very much in the oven. And now, kosher salt. I always use Diamond Crystal brand kosher salt.
That's what I
And
have.
with Diamond, I'm
Hey.
adding a full 2 teaspoons of kosher salt.
Now,
If you're using
if you
Morton,
cycled back
use
far
1
enough, do you think that is
teaspoon saltier.
because
I'm
you
gonna do
watched a
one
VA video
somewhat fussy, but
6
I
years
think
ago where they said to
important
get that
step,
brand,
chopping up
and
some
then
of
you
the
did,
chocolate.
and you still
So
have
you can
it?
use chips. I
Is
don't
that-
really
have
have
they
a problem
been
with chocolate
infiltrating
chips.
my
I
psyche for
do
this long?
prefer, though,
It's possible.
something that is this shape. These are sort of
Actually, I have no
discs.
idea how long
Sometimes they're
they've been
called
around.
Febs, which means beans, and so they
The
have a
BA
more bean-like
YouTube
shape.
channel's
When
been
they're
around for a
whole
few
in
years,
cookies,
but this
they
is her
melt into,
channel,
like,
I
these
think.
sheets
Yeah,
of
I
chocolate.
assumed she must
So
have broken
I really
She
off.
like
left.
using discs in cookies. I couldn't find the milk chocolate discs, so I had a bar that I chopped up. I have 5 ounces of each type. I love milk chocolate. I know that maybe like a chocolate purist looks down on that. I don't really care. I like it. I like the sweetness. I like the creaminess. I like how it melts. So I'm using both. One thing I learned, this is something my husband taught me early on. It's like, why choose? It's not A or B, it's answer C, which is all of the above. I'm gonna chop half of each kind of chocolate because it's sort of like the principle when I make pie dough. It's like I really like having different sizes of the ingredients inside the cookies because I experience them differently when I eat them. So I really like having all that contrast in the cookie.
There you
What
go.
I
That's
really
the
like
contrast,
about when I
right?
chop
Contrast,
chocolate
sure.
is you get
Because if you
little
like mix them,
dust
melt them
like this.
together, that's
Normally
like
this is annoying,
a
but
different
in this case
chemical.
I like it because when that gets
Yeah.
added to the
that
dough,
point.
it like blends into the dough.
There's a
and
reaction
almost
there.
Makes parts of
Yeah.
the dough chocolate flavored, but then you also get like this in there. So I'm ready to finish the dough. Dry ingredients go in. At this point, I can whisk it. The dough for these cookies is
Yeah, Al
usually pretty
McClung,
loose. If your
my
butter was
mom used to
pretty
import
solid,
her vanilla
might need to
extract in
switch
these
to a
giant
spatula.
liter bottles from
my butter was
Mexico, and
pretty
it was
solid, so
fucking
let's switch
so
back to my
good.
spatula to fold in the
Liter
chocolate.
bottles.
Yeah,
And
like
make sure you
big,
get everything
not
off
like
the
it's so weird. They look so not fancy. It's a big plastic liter bottle
So
filled
now,
with vanilla
Yeah.
I
extract,
really
but
the
it's
way
like
this looks.
the best
It
shit
holds
in
its
the
shape,
world.
but
It
it's
was
a
so
little
good.
bit loose. That's normal.
I was dating
Now add your chocolate.
someone whose
You can
mom
see,
was
like,
from
it's not a
Mexico
hard recipe. It comes together
for a
pretty
while
fast
there
once
during
you
the
have the butter.
pandemic, and
I'm just
they
making sure
had
I
a
get
bunch
those
of
particles
that
of
kind of
chocolate
exact thing
dust
of
in
just
there.
like
Yeah.
super not
Sometimes
fancy bottle,
there's
but
batters
like
that I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
wanna eat. And then
just
sometimes
a
I make
lot
chocolate
of a very
cookies,
good
and I
thing.
would sit
They don't
here
put on
and,
airs.
like,
I love that.
bit by
Yeah.
bit pick out a piece of chocolate, a little scoop of the batter on it.
it's like an Abraxo cleaner
Yeah,
bottle.
right. Yeah. Yeah, like if you glanced at it, you'd be like, I ain't putting
So
that
good.
shit. I mean,
We
it's
cannot
like,
make
no,
it.
get over that.
We are not going to have
It's
chocolate
really good.
cookies. Well, we are going to have them soon because I made a swap. But if you're making these at home and you reach this stage, I'm sorry to say,
Chill it out.
I'm going to ask you to wait.
Yeah.
There's an important process that happens when you age cookie dough and you chill it. We'll talk about why as I scoop them. But there's a pretty crucial step. I understand the impulse to skip it, but maybe don't. Maybe go ahead and wait. If you don't have a scoop, you can use a 1/4 cup. You can also just make them smaller. There's no reason why I can't do a 1.5 ounce portion. I'm just doing it as I wrote it in the book.
1/4
Make sure you have
cup.
really
That's a
level
lot more than
scoops.
I was
And then
scooping. So maybe I
I'm
should
going
try
to
that.
place them on this baking sheet. Now,
Yeah.
because I'm chilling them, I don't need to space them out as I would.
For those of us just
So
joining
place
us,
these close
John made
together.
cookies yesterday
I
and
did.
is
And in
unhappy.
fact, a
I'm
couple of
unhappy
all
with
fit
it.
on a 1/4 sheet. So you can see this is like a big mound of dough. So
And now we
why am I
are
asking
finding
you to
the key, the
age
solution.
Finding the
the sh-
key.
A few things happen.
The shrine of the silver
when you
monkey.
let cookie dough sit in the fridge before baking.
That has
What's happening
the
is the butter
answer
is
that we've been looking for,
solidifying.
the ancient
some of
knowledge,
the sugar
the old
is
scrolls.
recrystallizing And there's sort of like almost a curing process that happens. And the end result is a cookie that is chewier, has more developed flavor, and like in every way is superior to a cookie that I bake straight off. I say sort of at least 12 hours and up to 48, but even a couple hours will help. If you can muster 4 hours, that's fine. So I'm portioning them out before I age the dough because if I were to stick this whole bowl in the fridge, it becomes one solid block of dough that's then very hard to portion.
Yep.
So it's much easier to work with room temp dough.
Not the hard way.
For this stage.
Yeah.
I realize that these are giant cookies, but I do find that cookies this size give you more contrast.
You know, you live and learn.
With cookies this size between the cookie
and
the gooey center. So I didn't arrange them pattern, but I have 18 equal portions of dough. 2 ounces each. One thing you can do to get a really sort of
Guitard. She's coming out with the Guitard.
Cookies is.
What is that?
Guitard is a brand of chocolate.
Oh, okay. And you sprinkle it on top of the cookie.
Yeah.
That's a
Every
funny...
couple cookies.
I apologize for the pronunciation of that word. It sounds bad if you don't fully
that
hear
melts
it.
into the cookie.
Yeah, if you don't know what it
really
is.
Photo in a cookbook kind of look. So now I'm going to cover this and chill the dough.
Guitard sounds like the thing I was called when I was playing Halo Infinite the other day by Random.
Yes, of course.
And then store them that way and free up some space.
Great.
I'm going to put a lid on here.
Can I play more Halo, John?
Yeah, you should. We should play some today, maybe tomorrow morning.
Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I gotta find out when my flight is. I haven't looked.
So, fortunately,
mine's at like
I
2
planned
p.m.
ahead,
It's
and I
very
made the
strange.
dough, and
2
I chilled it.
p.m.
Yeah, but
Now, I
it's a
made the
direct
dough
flight, so I
at this point
land at like
3 days
4.
ago.
So it's like a
So
very
after
because
2
I
days
you
in the
know
fridge, I
we
transferred them to
get
the freezer
we get those 2
because I
hours
didn't want
back.
them to sit for too
Yeah.
long in the fridge. So I have some frozen cookie dough. And I'm
I
gonna
don't
show
think
you how to
mine is a
bake
direct
them.
flight. I haven't had
So
a direct
first
flight
thing
to
is
LA
to
since I was a
to
child
350.
Yeah.
on a charter plane.
I have a confession to make. I forgot to chop the chocolate when I made these. So these are not going to have the kind of chocolate distribution that is ideal. So you can see these balls of dough, they look a little bit different because they don't have those little tiny bits of chocolate.
That's just like a
that got
Ziploc bag,
distributed throughout.
essentially.
Yeah,
But for some reason,
it does seem like a designer Ziploc bag or
and
something.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
So these spread out
So
and get pretty
powerful.
large. So I don't want to crowd them too much. I can fit 6 of these on a baking sheet. So I'm at 350. These go into the oven. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's like a
rotate them halfway
silicone
because
bag.
sometimes the one that's on the bottom is getting less heat, so there's less browning. So I'll
Imjucus,
rotate
okay,
halfway through, and
I
they
may
go
look that up. I
18 to
may
20
do it
minutes, and I'm
next
looking for a
time
golden brown edge
because
and a pale, slightly shiny interior.
well,
and then
I don't know.
they kind
Maybe
of
we'll do
set
it this
as they
time. I
cool.
was gonna play some Mario. I think I still will, but it may not be that long.
It does on your screen say, haha, it's a V, a Mario.
Yeah, I know. I'm lying.
The centers have toughed
It's
a little
me,
bit,
a
and that's
liar.
because of the eggs, and they will settle as
Mario,
they cool.
known for his cooking
At
skills,
this
He's just a
stage,
huge
the
baker.
Cookies are pretty delicate, so I don't want to touch them.
I mean,
I will let them cool on the baking sheet.
if we want to take it back to the
5 minutes or so,
branch, to the
and then
original,
I'm gonna transfer them to a wire rack
Yoshi's
for them to
Cookie.
cool. One thing that
True.
you get when you age the cookie dough is you get more
Follow
of
the
that
money.
wrinkly edge, which I love. So they look great even without my chopped.
I've never
chocolate
played Yoshi's
addition,
Cookie,
so
but
just gonna
I
let
know
them
that
cool.
name. Makes it
Yeah,
work.
It's so weird. It's just like a puzzle game, huh?
I
Yeah.
haven't had my lunch dessert yet. I'm very excited to eat one of these, and I want to pick the one that I like best to show you and to taste. Maybe it might be this one.
Oh
It
shit.
has
Okay, I'm
this
looking up
crispy
screenshots of it now too.
edge,
Mario
and it's
is
still
a chef in
gooey,
that game
warm
too.
Oh,
center,
perfect.
And I love how sort of browned and like golden and caramelized they get, and then the center is still soft and delicious. So I love you get like crispy, chewy, soft, plus the melted chocolate. It's everything I want in a cookie. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and taste. Okay,
Same.
it's still really hot. I probably should have waited, but I can't. Okay.
Oh, that's so
It's
juicy.
really hot. Ow.
So the chew.
This is a good cookie. While a warm chocolate chip cookie, it's certainly up there with the best desserts ever. But even a room temperature, cold, frozen, all of the above chocolate chip cookie is so delicious.
frozen
I
chocolate
really,
chip
really
cookie. I've
love
never had
having a
that.
mix of milk and dark chocolates in here.
Sounds like a good
And
way
then
to
have the
break my
contrast
teeth.
between the gooey, sweet, and bittersweet chocolates and all of that brown buttery cookie dough is
Okay,
there's no
Claire,
finer
you've
chocolate
convinced
cookie
me.
for
I'll try
in my book.
these. Not today, but I'll try them. All right, Christina Tosi chocolate chip cookies.
You gonna get the heavy cream?
Yeah, I
I'm
always have heavy
Christina
cream
Tosi
now
from
because
Momofuku Milk
I make ice cream now. So yeah, I always have heavy cream on me.
Bar, and today I'm going to be making my cookie dough cookie.
I'm gonna be making my cookie dough cookie. Munchies.
Now,
So the
who is
cookie dough
this
cookie
fun
is not
Martian
something
CEO
that we
Milk
actually
Bar?
serve at Milk Bar. It's sort of like my dream cookie.
Which is like
I'm a really
a
big
fancy
cookie
bakery.
dough fanatic.
See, these
I like
look
a
weird.
big
They look
cookie,
like they
but
have a
to
lot
be
of white
honest, I'd
sugar.
rather
What?
eat a hunk of cookie
Okay.
dough. So the cookie dough cookie is chocolate chip cookie dough that's baked at a really high temperature in the oven for just
Yeah,
a
these
few
cookies,
short minutes,
like-
so that it bakes a layer
What
of
are they-
cookie, but the center of the cookie is still like a big scoop of cookie dough.
They do have a lot of
Start
white
with
sugar.
Oh.
unsalted European
I-
style butter, half a cup of granulated
I
sugar,
don't love.
and
I don't
3/4
love
cup of
this.
light brown sugar.
I don't love
I
this.
do a nice pack.
The idea of
into
baking a
measured cup to
cookie
try
so
and
the
get a
middle is
nice
basically still
consistent
cookie dough.
amount.
That's not
So
my
I have my
ideal
butter, my
If I don't wanna
sugar,
yuck your
stand
yum.
mixer with a paddle attachment.
I
usually
think
let
that
go
that
for
sounds.
a minute or two.
If you
just
handed me that, I
until
would
the
crush
three
it. I'd eat
ingredients
it. I'd
really
be like,
start
this
turning
sounds great.
together.
But that's not my
large
ideal
egg.
cooking situation.
Yeah, if you're going to
2
the trouble of
teaspoons of
making a
vanilla
cookie,
extract, and a
sometimes
little
taking it
splash
overnight
of
to
whole
get
milk.
there, you want your
Throw
ideal.
the mixer back
Yeah.
on high for another 2
Yeah.
to 3 minutes just so it becomes nice and fluffy. I'm
That's
just
an
looking for it to double in size and for
But yeah, I
color
don't,
to
Milk
become a
Bar is
little bit more
interesting.
yellow.
Every time I've had
Next
Milk
up are the
Bar,
dry
I feel like I've kind of
ingredients.
left
For a good
the.
chocolate chip cookie, you need flour.
I've kind of left the
1
situation
3/4
feeling.
cup of flour,
Uh,
a 1/4 teaspoon of baking
disappointed
soda,
might be a strong word, but
and 3/4
like a
teaspoon
little bit, a
Scam.
little bit
flour,
underwhelmed.
and then salt.
Betrayed.
One of our secret weapons in cookies is milk powder.
Oh, European
Milk
butter's
powder is
great.
literally powdered milk. You can find it
Yeah,
in
no,
the
if you,
powdered Greek aisle at the grocery store.
I
So
use a
we
lot of
add
Irish
2
butter, but yeah,
tablespoons
French
of
butter
this
is also
non-fat milk powder.
really, really
So
good.
I do
if
2
you can
cups
find it.
of chocolate chip. I like mini chocolate chips in my chocolate chip cookie because it means you get a little bit of chocolate chip in every bite. I mix them for a very short period of time. The secret to a really great chocolate chip cookie is to not overmix the dry ingredients. So I'm mixing them
Sure.
for probably about a minute just until they come together.
Sure.
A whole lot of chocolate chips in there. This is my excuse to test the dough out. From there,
The
I
sun is
scoop
starting
my
to
cookie.
come in through my window,
There's
which
less
is
guilt
just
involved with eating
glaring
one
right
big
into my
cookie than
eyes.
with eating multiple
But
small cookies.
it's so
I
cold here in
usually
Fargo right
leave
now.
2
I
to
don't
3
want to
inches
get
in
up
between each
under
cookie
the
just 'cause they're
blanket.
gonna spread a
I
little
can
bit. Because I'm
change
only
it.
going to bake this cookie
Yeah.
dough at a really high temperature for a short period
It was
of
5
time,
degrees
the
last
cookies
night
aren't
when I
gonna
went to
spread
bed, and
very
it was only
much.
getting
I
cold.
just take
Too
the
cold.
palm of my hand and smush these guys down a little bit. From here, I'm going to throw them into
You're
a
welcome,
500-degree oven
Pantheronka.
for
I
about
love
3 minutes.
Kerrygold
That's the
Irish butter.
highest
That's
temperature
the
that
only
my
thing I
oven
buy.
will go. I keep an oven thermometer in our oven just to make sure.
What is Irish butter?
it's holding together.
It's a little bit higher in fat content. It's just like it just
So,
is better than the
you can
typical
see 'em
American
getting
butter
really
you find
golden
in
brown.
grocery stores.
I'm gonna give them another minute, but I'm looking for especially these up front here to get just a little bit more.
I'm trying to think what these cookies look like to me. There's like a
My
different food
cookies
type
look
that
nice
they look
and
more
golden
like,
brown, but they're definitely still raw in the center. Which is
like
what I'm
wet
looking for.
scones.
Wet scones. That's kind of
So good.
yeah, not my ideal. Not my ideal. If this is what you go for when you do cookies, cool. Because I think a lot of people like that stuff, but it's not mine. It's not my fave. I get it. I mean, I get it. I mean, having that center be super gooey is good. I just can't eat like. Here's my personal measure for if I really love a chocolate chip cookie, and it's probably a bad measure because it's probably ultimately worse for me. But I'm
You should
like,
get a better cup.
can I sit there and eat 3 of them? Like if I
Ooh,
want
yeah.
another cookie after I eat a cookie, that's an ideal cookie.
Yeah, of course.
If I
Yeah.
eat a cookie and I feel like I couldn't eat a fucking thing after it, that's not an ideal cookie to me. And if
Right.
someone hands me a cookie that is mostly dough in the middle, I will eat it and I'll go, that was good. And I'll be like, I don't really want to eat anything for like a week.
that sticks to your ribs in a way.
Am I a Tate's bitch? I don't know. Does Tate's have a cookie recipe I don't know about? I'm not a Tate's bitch. No. No.
There is, you're right though, that there is something about like the ideal chewy, soft cookie that has been like well baked enough that it just like instantly sinks to the bottom of your stomach and leaves room for more in a way that you feel satisfied but also have plenty of room for more of the same.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so Automatic Gold. No, Tate's. Now the brand Tate's that you find in the grocery store, the thin ones, the thin crispy ones, don't like them. I mean, I do like them, but they're not my ideal. No. I'm very picky. I'm sorry I'm like this. All right, let's play some Mario. Thin crispy herring. I'll tell you this. They package those cookies well. Like, they look good. They look really good in that package. But they're not my ideal, but they are tasty.
I don't think I've ever had them.
Yeah, I think I agree that they are like
Super Mario Odyssey.
They're kind of they feel kind of the same. I think this is a little loud on my end. Hold on. They feel kind of the same void of like a Chips Ahoy cookie.
Oh, okay.
But like they taste like if someone was like, make a homemade Chips Ahoy cookie. Can you say something, Steven?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I think now you're quiet because I had to turn something down, so I'm going to turn you up a little bit. All right, we should be good.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Remember that guy?
No, I don't.
Oh, that was a WWE wrestler's
Oh,
intro.
oh, The Miz. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I know The Miz.
I figured you would know the Miz, so I was a little thrown
Well,
for a second.
I just forgot. I forgot about his awesome thing. It's been a while. I just haven't watched. I haven't watched WWE in a long time. So.
Oh no, you probably watched WWE more recently than I have, to be honest.
Automatic Gold. My recipe is just the Toll House one. You know what? That shit's great. Like a honest to God Toll House cookie, pretty good.
Never found a better one. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty good. Can't deny it. Snow Kingdom. Oh, you know what I can do? I should change the game to
Mario.
Super
Game.
Mario Odyssey. Nope, not Officey.
Officey.
I did it. It still figured it out, but I did write Officey. Fucking this MF said Officey. Yeah. All right, where am I going? I'm going to the Snow Kingdom. That's right.
Oh, you've come to visit me? Finally?
Yes, I've come to visit.
We did have just outrageous, not outrageous for this. We had
like immediately
first,
changed your mind. No, I wasn't outrageous.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, we had the first real snow of the year last weekend.
Ah,
So it is fluffy out right now. Fluffy like a good cookie.
oh, well, that's fun.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't love the cold or the snow. I prefer it to summer because I think it's easier to get warm under a blanket than it is to get good when it's humid out.
Yeah.
But if it could just be fall forever. I was on DMs with LB until about 2 a.m. last night as they were telling me about all of the things that I can see in LA this year when we go this week. And they were telling me about the temperature out there. I was like, oh, that's like autumn weather out here. That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think while we're there in LA, it's going to be like highs of 80 degrees. So,
That sounds great. Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Automatic Gold asks, why on earth do you live in Fargo if you don't like the cold? Let me tell you how much I paid in rent for like 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also bought a house out here and currently pay about the same for rent as I did for a 2-bedroom apartment out here, which is still 1/16 of what everybody else I know is paying for rent.
Yep. Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god, it really disappeared. Fucking stupid.
It's actually been really... Oh, I was just going to say it's been really great for my anxiety out here, just having all this money.
Yeah, sure. It's the best thing for your anxiety. It's just all of the money.
So, like, that article was correct.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course it is. Oh, I'm dead. That was dumb. Why am I wearing beach clothes in the snow? It's because I haven't bought the parka yet.
Does Mario in this one like start shivering or anything if he's wearing that here? Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you a good screen. Hold on, you're still looking at a monitor. Apologies.
Yeah, it lets me check chat.
That's true.
I should sit up in my chair so I can talk good.
Chill out. Here, I'll exit director mode so you can see that screen a little bit bigger. I mean, it's not perfect, but whatever.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine, love.
It's fine, isn't it? I'm Mario.
Raisin. What's going on, kid?
Come on, Raisin. Raisin. It's pretty brazen behavior, Raisin. The way you lays into John. Should lays in on the floor.
Someone's knocking on my door.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's Claire Saffitz. She's like, take that fucking video down right now.
It's Claire Saffitz. She's like, fuck off.
Stole my content. You stole fizzy lifting drink. For anybody out there, PSA for any Final Fantasy players, the queues are not so bad right now.
Oh wow, that's good.
Now I do say that the queue itself was like 300, which is about a 20th of what I've been seeing lately. But it has been stuck on 93 for a little while. So the thing about doing it in the mornings is the queues are shorter, but fewer people are logging out.
Yeah.
So they move much slower. Yeah.
Whoops.
People had to go back to work, says Omsi Klung. Yep. Not us. Crucially, we never work.
We never work. It's true.
Listen, if you love what you do, John, it's still a lot of fucking hard work.
It's still a ton of work, yeah.
Nooking Way says, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. this weekend and got right in. That's a good gig if you could get it.
Good gig if you can get it. It's true.
I'm not up till 9 a.m. usually these days.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
What are these big fellas?
They're little cloud people.
Yeah. Okay. Why are they Santa?
Why are they Santa? That's a really good question, Steven. I don't know why they're Santa.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, good jump.
Thank you. Well.
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 That is also me and every 3D platformer is like make the jump and then overthink it, overcorrect, fuck it up.
Yep.
There you go.
There we go. Got the moon. Got the
Macaroni
secret
moon.
Got the
A
secret
top up
moon.
lustery orange.
Ah, cool. I'm like dying a lot.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. You still got cookie brain.
I still got cookie brain. Claire, what have you done? I've still got cookie brain.
Oh yeah, Garrulous Monolith says, not to mention it protects them from the friggin' body snatchers like Mario here, but crucially it does not protect them whatsoever.
Yeah.
I guess it does, like, it's one more hit, you know?
Yeah.
So that's something.
That's true. Alright, so let's blow all these guys off. I love this one. You have to basically kill every single enemy on this platform in order to get the star, to get the moon to show up.
Gotta spray them
Have
down.
to kill
into
everyone.
Blighttown.
Have to pour them into the fucking drink.
Yeah. What is that?
It's poison.
Poison.
Yeah. It's poison in it.
A poison. It's poison in it. Venomous, even. Like me old nan. You always had a sharp word.
So Ann and I went to go see Ghostbusters Afterlife on Saturday. That movie is bad, by the way. Holy smokes.
Yeah, oh my god. It sounds terrible.
It's really bad. Yeah, we both hated it.
Why did you go?
Well, because I really like the original Ghostbusters. It's one of my favorite movies.
Sure,
I don't talk about it because there's the weird revisionist history about that movie that's like, oh, those guys are like scummy and blah blah blah. I'm like, that movie's mostly fine. It's just Dan Aykroyd's weird scene, right? He wrote in that he gets a blowjob from a ghost, and now everyone hates the movie because of that. And it's like, no, Dan Aykroyd's just a fucking creep. The rest of the movie's fine. Anyway, but I was like, yeah, I like that movie a lot. I even like the sequel a lot. My mom and I watch that movie all the time. So I was like,
yeah, they're great.
All right, let me go see. And like, I thought the last Ghostbusters with the ladies was like not good, but it had nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with Paul Feig, the director. I didn't think that was a good script. I didn't think that was a good piece of directing. Anyway, I thought this movie would be bad. And I knew it would be pandering, but it's way worse than I thought it would be, because like there's just no, like, it is just a rehash of the first movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can you watch that stuff and be so fucking I don't want to do this one. There's a secret somewhere. I've missed it. Oh, it's here. Here it is.
I read our fanbite.com review of the film, and at one point in there they say something along the lines of, this makes The Force Awakens look like highly original content.
Yes, yeah. It is just a rehash of the 1984 Ghostbusters, which is like so unbelievably uncreative. Is unbelievable how they got to that point. And they waste a ton of actors. It is stuffed with too many characters. Tracy Letts is a character actor that I really like, and somehow they gave him like 2 lines in this movie, and he's like a really good character actor. There's a guy from the show Fargo named Bokeem Woodbine, who is in the second season of that show. They also give him like 2 lines in this movie. I'm like, wait, hold up. And like, if you have Paul Rudd in a movie and he's like a minor character, it's like, you're fucking up. I don't understand. I don't know. There's just a million problems with the movie. Anyway, I don't remember why I started to tell that. There was a reason I started to tell that.
Oh.
I forgot what it was. It's a good story. I fucking died.
I mean, I'm interested because I'm never going to see that movie, so I'm interested to hear your take. Like
yeah,
that's good.
It was just a total unfunny, uncreative rehash. with some bad CG of dead Harold Ramis.
Yeah, I had heard that there was some stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty wild.
The weirdest thing about that movie to me is just like the Stranger Thingsification of it.
Sure.
Of like,
Yep.
it's set in this weird sort of fake, back to traditional American values town where they're like drinking milkshakes at the local fucking drugstore and stuff.
It is supposed to be rural Oklahoma.
That's not what rural
And that is
Oklahoma
not
is
what
like.
rural Oklahoma is like at all. Like, it is fucking unbelievable that that's what they thought rural Oklahoma was like. Really embarrassing. Just really
But
embarrassing.
also, what the fuck does that have? Like, outside of the idea that, like, that is the weirdest thing about Ghostbusters to me, and Ghostbusters, like, super fans, is like this weird the revision. When you said revisionist history, I thought you were going to say like the thing about like how Ghostbusters represents good old times as children of the 80s and fun stuff. It's like a weird workplace comedy with a bunch of SNL actors that is just a weird sort of goofy thing. It's not like,
I mean, I think it's funny because, like, I think that's a lot of people's interpretation of it. I think that movie, the original, is a lot less goofy than people say it is. And it's like kind of an interesting moment about like Reagan era, like New York living, and I don't know, like there's something interesting there. Is it right? Like, no, not necessarily. In fact, they make a joke in the new one about like, oh, like why was this popular in the 80s? And Dan Aykroyd's like, times were good. It was Reagan era, and like a bunch of like rich people were panicking about ghosts, and it's like, that's kind of an here's the Fanbyte logo. I'm going to linger on this for a second just so everyone can understand that this is just the Fanbyte logo.
they stole it from us.
Yeah, it's not true. It's not true at all. Not true. We basically figured this out about a year after we did the whole thing. It's that our designer Manny is great, but we're pretty sure that he got this inspiration from that and just didn't realize it. So anyway, we're about to retire this logo anyway, so it's fine.
Sorry, you were saying though.
Yeah, it's like
the rich people.
I think I don't know. I think the fuck. Okay, there we go. I think the original two movies were more interesting than people are saying that they are now in the year of our Lord 2021. But I get why people are like kind of dismissive of it. But
It's
still,
not even
like,
that I think they're interesting,
yeah,
but I just the idea that it's like the way that we are now, the lens under which we are reinterpreting that is, this is like He-Man and the, you know, like literally the joke from Ghostbusters 2 is all the kids only want He-Man toys.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But now it has been rolled up into that idea of like, yeah, I went as a Ghostbuster for Halloween when I was a kid, and that's what Ghostbusters is now.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I don't think it's that.
Yeah, so Wario Tush, that's a really like good point, and kind of what I was getting to with the Reagan stuff is that like the first movie is like explicitly anti-EPA. Like the Environmental Protection Agency is like the villain of the movie.
Right.
Which, like,
this man has no dick.
Yeah, this man has no dick. I'm gonna send him a nice fruit basket. I'm gonna miss him. Yeah, like that is not good, but it is interesting to me. And like, oops, I think it's just I don't know. I don't know. To me, it is a fascinating comedy, and I think it is better than its reputation of the kind of, I don't think it has anything to do with like that childhood shit. Like that doesn't mean a goddamn thing to me. I think those movies are like pretty good at just character comedy, right? So
yeah.
the new one doesn't have that. There is a character who is named Podcast because he has a podcast, which, like, you know, is tough. But he did make a joke that I unfortunately did laugh at, which I'm ashamed to say. He did say, yeah, my someone asked him what his podcast was about, and he said it's about mysteries and unsolved crime and blah 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 blah, and also cooking, which made me laugh a lot because that was very funny. And he also said, yeah, my show is called blah blah blah, and he goes, we really hit our stride after episode 46, which also made me laugh a lot. So unfortunately, I'm not immune to jokes that are that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Huh. I do like a thing Merit here says in chat where she says, nothing can be a parody or funny anymore. It's just a costume.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
Because, you know, all other things aside, like, Ghostbusters was a comedy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's really fucking nuts that they just rehashed the, oh wow, I'm so stupid. I forgot that's how you do this. Yeah, it's just really weird that they rehashed the whole thing. And the other really weird thing is that the original actress who played Gozer, who shows up at the end, she's like the villain, the god, the ancient Sumerian god that shows up, was this really interesting androgynous, like unknown model actress.
Yeah.
And like
I remember.
I thought that was like a good casting choice, and like her voice was fairly interesting, and blah 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 blah.
Are you a god?
Yeah. But in the new one they cast Olivia Wilde, known actress Olivia Wilde.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, she's uncredited in it. But yeah, that's her.
What?
Yeah, it's just Olivia Wilde just goes her. So like she pops out of this thing at the end, and it's just like, oh, it's Olivia Wilde. Like what? It's very obviously her too. It's just very, very strange.
That's bizarre, dude. I don't know if I want to know more about this.
I know it's a stupid fucking movie. When Bill Murray shows up, he kind of does his shtick. Sigourney Weaver is in it for literally a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's rough. It's just rough shit.
Yeah, it sounds really dire.
Does this guy not have the hat? Who has the hat? Who's missing the hat? It's this guy.
Have you seen anything good lately?
No. Not really.
That's
we
a bummer.
watched a few horror movies not that long ago, but I feel like I've talked about them.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, like, I've just mentioned them, but I also am having trouble remembering what they were called now, so that sucks. There was one called... Oh, Censor. That was on Hulu. Movie was okay. I thought it started really strong, but ended a little flat.
What is that?
What?
What is that? Censor.
Censor is a movie about a censor. It's like based on the real, like moral panic about horror movies in the UK in the 80s.
Oh, the video nasties.
The video nasties, exactly. Yeah, so this lady is a censor, but she comes across a video that she believes depicts her sister, who has been gone forever, in this video. It's like she thought she was dead, she thought she was missing, and so she kind of goes down this like weird rabbit hole, which I thought was pretty good.
That's a fun premise.
Yeah, it's not a fun movie, really. It's not as fun as I think I wanted it to be. It's pretty serious.
Sure. Okay.
But I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah. What about you? Have you seen anything good?
I just caught up on I just caught up on JoJo's Part 6 last night. What's available to watch, anyway. That's pretty good. That's all set in a prison this season with the daughter of Jotaro Kujo, who's like the main... He's not the original main character of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I think you know, John.
Yeah.
Because you've seen Part 1.
Yes, correct.
But Jotaro, like, Part 3 is where JoJo's historically kind of became like a marketable thing, a phenomenon. Yeah. Yes. And so he is, like, Jotaro is the,
like the mascot of the show.
Mascot.
Yes.
Totally. Of the series.
Yeah.
And he shows up in all the parts, at least in a cameo. But this one stars his daughter, who gets sent to a women's prison for a crime she didn't commit.
Damn.
And things go bad pretty much immediately. But she gets her stand. She gets her magic powers. Yeah, this is stands, LMC Klung. This is everything past Part 2 is stands. Part 1 is vampires. Part 2 is weird proto-humans from the prehistoric times. And then everything after that is all about stands.
Okay, I'm gonna get
Part 2 is great.
Gonna get my moon.
Yes. Part 2 is Pillar Men. They're like the proto-human shapeshifter weirdos.
I got a multi-moon.
A multi-moon.
It's a multi-moon.
I still need to watch Arcane. Or finish Arcane. I've got like 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
Natalie and Funke are huge Arcane fans. And it's a beautiful show. It's gorgeous to look at. It's got a lot of cool action. It's very fun in a lot of ways. But I also like get very frustrated with elements of its story. And so it's been hard to get all the way through.
I hear that. I've not started it yet. I probably will at some point, but I don't know when. Odyssey needs 10 more moons to power up. Okay.
You and Dwar in chat says all the artists I follow right now are either doing Arcane or JoJo's fan art right now. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's kind of all you've got. I don't watch a lot though. I don't want to watch a lot of stuff. Period.
Yeah, I don't watch a ton either, honestly.
I have been, besides video games, obviously, like trying to get into Final Fantasy XIV, I have been learning how to run a game of Lancer, like tabletop RPG mech game, and that has been very fun to learn how to GM. Yeah,
it's exciting.
I've GM'd games before, but usually very, very small, like one-page games, like the Lasers and Feelings and that sort of stuff, where it's like literally you play this for 30 minutes and then you're done.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd be interested in playing stuff like that just to see how it goes, those one-offs.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. They're like basically designed in such a way that it's impossible to take them seriously, which I love.
Right.
Not Lancer. Lancer is very, very crunchy.
Very crunchy.
At least in the combat side of things, it's very tactics gamey. But Nikki and Funke have both signed on to play some of that Lancer with me.
It's fun.
So, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I'm currently fighting Sandaruva in Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh.
If you remember her.
I don't.
She is one of those 3 boss sisters from Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's fun.
The first dungeon of the game is all themed after the tower of Zot from Final Fantasy IV. So all the bosses are those sisters.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I got both moons.
Oh, LMC Klung in the chat says that they picked up Lancer but fell off because of the pandemic and are too lazy to set up anything online. One of the reasons that I'm playing Lancer is because they have an incredibly useful app online that basically tracks like almost all the information for you, and it's like very clean and nice looking. So
Nice.
very convenient.
Very convenient.
Very convenient, Mr. Bond.
Merritt says if I fell off a tall ledge, I would simply ground pound immediately before I hit the ground. It's smart.
Yeah, it's true. God, Merritt is so smart, just like as a person, you know? Like,
Oh.
always has insight like that.
It's true. We're off to the most divisive kingdom,
Which one's that?
the Luncheon Kingdom.
The Luncheon Kingdom. Why is that one divisive?
I think people think it's a little ugly.
Huh.
Because of the Pepto-Bismol lake. And I don't know. It's just yeah, it's just it's like it's a lot of color. It's a lot. It's just very much. Yeah, Wario Tish is saying people think it's too vertical. I think it's fun that it's vertical.
Yeah, that seems fine. I always thought Luncheon Kingdom
it's
was
a
awesome.
challenge. Gonna roll on this corn. Oh fuck! I forgot the Goombas.
I love that corn. Look at that corn.
Corn.
It's so good.
It's good corn.
Incredible. How do people not like this kingdom?
I know. Okay, now I can do the Goomba stuff. Oh, oh wow, that was
Give it a-
really close.
Good old Goomba stomp, you know?
Goomba.
Goomba. Dennis Hopper voice.
Goomba.
Do you have a favorite kingdom?
I think it's Bowser's Kingdom. The really bizarre, like multi. It's basically like chunked up into pieces, like the feudal Japan kind of style. But it's like feudal Japan in space. It looks like, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
it's
no.
just really strange, and the music is good.
I know exactly what you're talking about, though. That is really great.
I like, yeah, it's one. It's probably my fave. Yeah, fuck.
Are you planning to play post-game, John? Like Darker Side of the Moon?
Yeah. I am.
Sweet.
Yeah, if I
I've
was
never seen that.
If I was just doing Dark Side, we'd probably wrap this up next week.
Sure.
But yeah, I think I'll try to do everything. I do think I actually want to try to get every single unique moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that'll take a while, but yeah, that's kind of what I
Is it
wanna
hard?
do.
Is that hard to do?
It's not that
Okay.
hard. It's not that hard to do, I don't think. You just have to, like, I don't know. Without using a guide, you have to kind of just be smart about what some of them are a little like off the beaten path and confusing about what to do.
That's cool. It's fun to have a challenge.
One Vikata. I'm just playing Super Mario Odyssey with my friends. What are you doing?
Your good friend Mario.
My good friend Mario. Can't remember what else there is to do here.
He was watching a bunch of cookie recipe videos earlier.
That was
great.
That was true. You're getting a Nintendo Switch, like you're getting it from your cabinet, or you're getting it from like a store because you don't have one yet. I mean, I'm excited for you either way. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, this is dumb. The stupidest Mario that's ever lived.
No.
There you go.
That's on Mario though. That's the thing. Is every time this happens, you gotta just understand that that's on Mario.
Yeah, it's just Mario fucking up, not me.
Yeah.
Does the girl Goomba only like the one on top, or does she want the harem tower? I think she's bless her heart, I think she's a little stupid. I think she just she has like object permanence and is like, no, like I see one Goomba, so that's the Goomba I know. Because I think it's just a thing where it's like you've got to stack the Goombas so she can see the one Goomba.
See,
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that she wants to get fucking like, I don't know. I don't think it's because she wants like 8 boyfriends or whatever.
I never thought it was 8 boyfriends. I thought she thought the tower was one very tall Goomba.
Ah, see that because of my short privilege. I don't understand things like that. You know, it's like the idea of like, oh, she wants someone tall. I'm like, I don't get that. But yeah, that's probably true.
You can't comprehend the idea of somebody finding a tall person attractive.
No, I can't at all. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, not at all. I appreciate the idea in theory, but yeah, no, tall? What's that? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Who would do such a thing? Who would choose to be that way?
Wow, I fucked this up twice.
You know?
All right, let's try this one more time. I'm not gonna. You know what the key is here? Is not getting hit twice on the way there. I think that's the key.
Yeah, just get good, John.
Just get good. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, there we go. Okay, I've made it without getting hurt. Good.
Awesome.
Thanks for the follow. Who's following? Oh, fuck.
An agent of Bowser here to distract you from your mission.
Thanks to Jake Dish, first of all, and also to Leonard. Nope. Leonard Hap?
Nimoy.
Leonard or Hap. Excuse me.
They say right after that you can just call me Leo.
Okay, thanks. I didn't see that. Thanks, Leo. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Alright. Okay, well.
Do you think that these bosses are how Ubisoft was able to get the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle deal? They were like, you did steal that from us. You did steal the rabbit.
That's a really good point. I mean, Mario Rabbids had to have been underway by the time this came out.
I suppose, yeah, that's a good point.
But maybe, oh my god, that's really funny, Steven. God, yeah, someone at Ubisoft caught wind of this and was just like, we will sue you within a fucking inch of your life unless you give us a franchise that we can basically co-market with you. God, that's really funny. That's a really good point. I mean, these do look like fucking meta Rabbids, Rabbids that have evolved.
Yeah. They're like the boss of the Monstars from Space Jam.
Yeah.
It's like just a more evolved, more powerful, potent version of the thing, of the minion.
Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't mean to fall all the way down there.
God, Speaking of Ghostbusters Afterlife, that fucking Space Jam movie was this year.
Yes, it was. Apparently that was super bad. I don't think I can bring myself to watch that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. There was a time in my life, and it was basically when I was working at the comic book shop, where I would just go see all of those movies just to keep up on the conversation.
Yeah.
To have stuff to talk about when you're working in retail, especially in a retail job where people feel entitled to just talk to you all day.
Yeah.
It just helps to have stuff that you can talk about. Like just anything.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't need that anymore. No, I don't need that anymore. Now I just work at a website where I need to have new content to think and write and cover all the time. So obviously it makes more sense to not have things to talk about.
Clearly. Okay, can I get over here? Okay, let's try this. Nope. I probably could have made that, but I didn't do it well. It's time for a moon. Moon. Did it. Am I slacking off? No way.
You would never.
I would never.
I will say, I mean that too. One of the hardest working people in video games, John Warren.
Oh. I don't know about that. But
you're busy all the time.
I am busy. It's true. Golden turnip recipe 1. Okay, I have to dress like a chef for that one. I don't think I have enough coins for the chef's outfit yet, so can't do that.
Okay. Oh, there are moons that are costume specific.
Yeah, you have to basically, you'll find these locked doors, and someone guarding it will be like, only adventurers go here, and it's like you have to be wearing the adventurer outfit, or like you gotta be dressed like us in the like the Mexican level to be let in.
Like Skylanders.
Kinda, yeah. And in this one, I think you buy the chef's outfit and they'll let you into that door. But I think I probably need 25 or 30 coins for that, so. Now, someone just said the 2 Space Jam sequels.
What?
There are no... I think there's only one.
There's only one. Unless that they mean like theoretical Space Jam sequels, like where they're like, we've already greenlit a new one.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We have 8. LeBron James is signed on for 8 Space Jams, which would not surprise me, to be honest.
God, can you imagine LeBron James acting in movies like 16 years from now? I suppose he will be.
I don't know, maybe. He's having a pretty bad year. Maybe he's just gonna retire and never be heard from again. I'm just kidding.
That's what I mean, though. I feel like he's probably pretty close to the end of basketball.
Yeah,
stuff,
he's close to the end of his career for sure. Yeah.
So I feel like, but somebody with that level of fame, that's what they do is they go cameo in movies and try that out.
Ooh, wait, what was that? That was interesting. Getting a lot of like vibration on my controller.
That's what did they call it? HD Rumble.
Yeah, HD Rumble was telling me that something was under there, and sure enough, there was.
The Rumble knows. The Rumble sees.
The Rumble knows. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there's something special here.
Ooh, okay.
Fuck. All right. Okay,
Nice.
here's the secret one. Fork flickin'
flickin'?
detour.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Ah, beans. Shit. Balls.
My
Shit.
John.
Shit.
Bye,
shit.
Mario.
God
we miss
damn it.
you. Goodbye, Mario.
God
we
damn
miss
it.
you. We miss you, baby. My
Ma-
little friend Mario.
Mario
Goodbye.
dead. Mario dead. Super Mario found dead in Miami. There we go.
Fork flicking to the summit.
Fork flicking. All right, we're coming to the end of this stream. So I'm going to stop here. We're going to survey our Luncheon Kingdom. Look at that. I'm not sure if I've ever gotten that one.
You're sort of walking to the end, you might say.
Walking to the end. Some would say I'm walking to the end.
You might as well be walking on the sun.
Might as well be working on us. It's what I sing to LB every single time I see their son coming to the window on their face for morning stand-up. Let me switch over. Thanks, everyone, for joining me this morning. And, of course, thank you to Steven for joining me. Thank you, Steven.
Of course.
If you want to hang out with us this week, Steven and I will both be in Los Angeles. I mean, digitally hang out with us. We'll be doing stuff on Thursday. We'll be doing some fun stuff on Friday. For the Friday stuff, make sure you join the Discord, fanbyte.casa, because that's where most of that stuff is happening. 11 to 3 on Saturday and Sunday, we're running 2 streams with guests in Los Angeles. That is going to be so much fun. On Thursday, I think coverage begins at 4 p.m. Pacific for the Game Awards. The show goes live at 5, during which there will be a talkover with Imran, Merritt, Danielle, some other folks. And then it'll be back to live studio after the show for a post-show with the folks in Los Angeles. So please join us there. If you want to join our Discord, fanbyte.casa, I think I said that already, but please join it. It is a big deal. It's a great place to hang out. Merit Souls Bloodborne ended last night, so we don't know what's next. We know we'll do Elden Ring, but yeah, I think some stuff got discussed about what's coming next, but I don't know if we've decided yet. And there probably will not be a Funke stream on Wednesday because they will also be traveling, but I do believe Merritt will still be doing Retro Landfill on Wednesday. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.